Hi everyone, this is Babylicious, and this is an update on how to create a Wix bulletin. Now, this is not going to replace the old video, but it will give you an update on how to make yourself a shortcut to make creating future bulletins even easier. I should have done this a long time ago, but busy with a lot of other crap, so let's get it started. Trust me, this is going to make things so much easier. Wix.com. Okay, so okay, we're going to create a new site. Click on this. You don't have to do all this crap. Set up without chat. Go down here to the bottom right, skip. Skip, 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 just X out. Alright, so it has already put you into a new bulletin named My Site 4. We're going to go down here and we're going to, oh, God, we cannot rename it. So click on Design Site. We want to pick a template. We want to go over here to blank templates. Hover over the first one. This is a start from scratch template. Click on edit. So I click on the background. Once we get here, ignore all this crap. So now we have a header and a footer to this. This is what a new blank bulletin looks like. What we're going to do is we're going to set up one that is like a shortcut, so we only have to set this stuff up one time, and every time you make a future bulletin, you just duplicate this one that we're going to set up, and it'll make it go a whole lot faster. Alright, so Wix changes things every now and again, and I used to slide my graphic all the way up to the header, that's what's on my other video about how to make a Wix bulletin, but they have it kind of cut off now and I can't do that anymore. So I want to get rid of the header and I want to get rid of the footer. So first I'm going to make this background black because that's my preference. You can do what you want. So I left click on the background, click on change background. I always use a color. I always use black because black is very forgiving and it's a great base color to start with. Alright, so now we are left with the header, the body, and the footer. Let's get rid of the header and footer. Right click on the header. We want to hide header and footer. Left click on that. This slides open. We want to go down to no header and footer. Select that one, click on the arrow to go back, and then click on the X. So now we have no header and we have no footer. Yay! So now we have to create a workspace, and this is in the last video. You cannot use this entire space from border to border. Why? Because bulletins, where you post bulletins on your profile homepage, it's not that fucking wide. So you have to create a workspace. We do that by using a box. We're going to go up here to the plus sign. Click on box. We're going to use this one. Some of these boxes have got edges, almost like a bevel that you have to recolor, or at least they used to. I don't fuck with them anymore. But so I always just drag this one because this one I know doesn't. I don't think. I haven't looked in a long time. So I'm just going to shove this sucker all the way up into the left corner, up against the left border, and also up against the top border. So now we need to size this into our workspace. We need to open the toolbox, click on Tools, click on Toolbar. You can pick this up and drag it around. Alright, so right here where it says size and pixels, Don't use position, use size. We want this to be 750 pixels wide. I literally just clicked on the box and then left clicked on the size, and now I'm going to type in 750, and this changed the size to 750. I want the length to be 2000. So it made it 500 tall because this little bitch right here is blocking it. So we need to fix that. So I need to put a little bit of space between the bottom of this blue box and this little purple arrow. So I'm going to grab this little purple arrow. I'm going to drag it down a little bit. Now I'm going to click on this purple arrow, and I'm going to click on the height, and I'm going to type in 2000. That told that purple arrow to get its little ass down there at the bottom and sit down and shut the fuck up. Alright? So now we're going to go back up here to the box, and we're going to make this 2000 in length. So now we have our workspace. Alright, let's get rid of this blue. This is grating on my last nerve. Right click on it, click on design, or you can use this little dooflitchy. You can use this, or you can use the little pen. So click on that, go to customize design, go to the first little thing where it says fill color and opacity. See this little slider? Grab that sucker and drag it all the way back. Now if you want some color in the background, just change this. You can add a custom color, whatever you want. Apply, close the box. But if you don't, just drag this sucker and make it invisible. Same with the outline, make that invisible, and you're good. Alright, now we have our workspace. See how quick that was and how easy it was? Alright, we're almost there. We're already like halfway there. Alright, so now we have created our workspace, and we're going to go to the bottom and put the stuff at the bottom. Alright, so I have this little music player that I have saved in my designs, and I'm going to put it on here. So I'm going to scroll down to my designs, and if you don't know how to do this, I will show you how. So I'm going to stick it on there. I'm going to add my logo. Y'all, I already got this shit up here because I already made, this is like the second time I've made this video, because when I went to play back the first one, I found out that my microphone was not working. Thank you. So now I'm having to make it a second time. Alright, so I'm going to upload again my Bulletin's logo. And I'm going to stick it down here in the corner. Alright, so when you start putting stuff on here, you see these colored lines pop up. You see that pink line running from left to right. That's telling you that these two items, the music player and the logo, are lined up. And these lines right here represent the border of your working space. Alright, so now all we got to do is add the repost code. Now, I already had this written down somewhere, so I'm just grabbing it. I'm copying it, and in a minute I'm going to paste it, but I need to get some text on here first. So click on the plus, click on text, and I just grab one of these, drag it out, and drop it. Now it's black, so we got to change the color. I double clicked it. To highlight it, go down here, change the color to white, close that box. I'm going to go down here to alignment and center it, because I like to have my shit centered. I am weird that way. I'm kind of OCD about it. But the text is too big, so I'm just going to turn the size down, and then I'm going to right click on that and click on paste, and it changed everything to frickin' black. So I'm just going to highlight everything, put it back to being white. Now why isn't that white? It wants to be different. There's always something that wants to be different. Alright, I need to center this. Okay, here we go. Alright, the text is still too big, so I'm going to double click the whole thing or copy it, highlight it, So I'm going to turn the text, actually I'm going to change the font. Up here where it says fonts, I don't like Helvetica, I prefer Times Roman, Times something. Times New Roman, there we go. And I want it to be bold because I just like it to be bold. And I need to turn down the text size a little bit more, maybe down to 12. Okay, so now I have my music player, I have my logo, bulletin logo, and I have my repost code. And now I'm going to save it. Save, and I'm going to name it blank. Normally it's just blank, but in this case it's going to be blank 2 because I already have some blanks because my last video didn't have sound. So it's blank 2 and publish, view site. Scroll down. Now we have a totally blank bulletin, and we have our repost code already at the bottom. We have our music player already at the bottom, and we have our bulletins logo at the bottom. So now I've closed all that out. So now let's say I need to make a new bulletin. So I just go to my sites, go to all my sites, blank 2. Here's the one we just made. Now here's your shortcut. Alright, this is going to make it easier for future bulletins. Once you have that set up, you've got half the work done. You just click on these 3 little dots, click on duplicate site, duplicate. Now it is making you a duplicate of the one you just made. Alright, you can click on this or you can click on it right here. We're going to click on the 3 dots again. We're going to rename the site. We have made a copy of blank 2. This is a duplicate. So let's say we're just calling it Panda. Make sure it says Panda there, and whatever it is here, just copy and paste it here. Use all small letters and make it as short as you can because there is a character limit. Click on save. Now we want to design site. Now we have our workspace right here. We have a blank bulletin just ready for us to do our thing. So let me pretend I'm just going to make a panda. Or let's not call it panda. Let's just say this looks good. Let's just use that. Let's just say that these are raffle tickets in the form of a panda, okay? Alright, so we have our artwork, and let's just say it's finished, but we got all this dead space here. So we're just going to manually drag this shit up, or you can do this. So click on Tools, click on Toolbar. Click on this picture right here and go to Position. The position is 75 by 571. Okay, so right below that we're going to say 600. So let's move this up to where it says up to 600. Whoa, that is way too high. Let's do 1200. There we go. So it moved it up to there. So we're going to click on the logo and we're going to change that to 1200, and we're going to click on the music player and change that to 1200. Now this is under position, okay? You see how it brought it up? We don't need it that high though. Let's change it up a little bit. You can manually tweak it. It's just an easy way to move everything up if you don't want to do it manually. So, alright, way too much workspace left over, so we're just going to manually drag that up from the bottom using this little dot in the center. Now we got all this dead space right here, so right here where this little purple arrow is, we're going to double click on that, and it's going to eat up all that space. Alright, now we need to change, so the length of this has changed, so we need to change it in the repost code. So we're going to click on the workspace, the container, and it says it's 1305 in height, so we take 1305 plus 50 to make it 1355. Now we're going to go right here in the height inside of the bulletin code, and we're going to change that to, what did I say it was? I don't remember what I said. 1355. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. 1355. We're going to save. We're going to save and continue, and we're going to publish. If you do not publish, people will not see your finished product. So we go to the finished logo. Okay, that looks good. So here's our URL. So we're going to click on that. We're going to copy it. We're going to go back to our workspace. Close that. Close that crap. I can't stand the pop-ups. So here where it says paste link here, you're going to highlight all that. Stay between the quotation marks. We're going to paste the link we just hijacked. Okay. So now we have our new link and we have our height adjusted. So now we are going to save it again. We are going to publish it again. And I have gotten into the habit of saving like 3 or 4 times before I publish it, because Wix has gotten to where it doesn't want to save your changes on the first save. So I save 3 or 4 times and then publish and then view site. And the repost code is updated. Don't forget to update your heading right here. Okay. So now we want to test it to see if it's everything we need it to be. So we're just going to highlight the posting code. Now you can post this in bulletins as a test if you want to, but I don't like doing that. So I just go up here, compose message to yourself, paste the code in there, type your name in the to section, send message. This is an easy way to test if you don't want people to see what you're doing. And then you open the email, turn off the frickin' music, open the email, check your work, make sure the posting code is not cut off. It is perfect. It's done everything I wanted it to do. It's ready to go. So now you can copy the posting, the heading, and the code off of the bulletin and share it with whoever. Alright, so we got our new bulletin made. Let's go back to our list of sites. So we have our new bulletin here named Panda, but looky here, we still have our blank that we made. And that's the whole shortcut. That's the whole reason for the shortcut. Because why every time you go to make a new bulletin, why should you have to start all the way from the beginning? Why not take a shortcut? So create this shortcut ahead of time for yourself. Duplicate it every time you go to make a new bulletin. Do your work on the duplicate. keep the original blank so you can just keep making copies off of it. And that way you're not doing all the repetitive work. You're not removing the header and footer every single time. You're not having to stick a repost code on there every single time. You're not having to put a music thing on there every single time. Like, do yourself a favor. Create yourself a blank to make duplicates off of. This is a great shortcut. It has saved me a ton of time. And if you are someone who makes a lot of bulletins, trust me, this will give you a hand up. Like, it's really going to come in handy. So I will try to post the blank repost code in the section under the video for you to grab. If it's not there, I might forget. I don't know. If it's not there, or if it won't take for some reason, just hit me up in World and I will be happy to give it to you. All right? So I hope this was helpful. And if there's anything in particular you need me to post about, you want to know about, if it's something that I know how to do, I'll be glad to share it with you. I have had some requests for clothing videos, but to be honest, I haven't made clothes in a long time, so I really don't know if I can do it anymore. I just have to see. All right. Good luck, you guys. If you have questions, just ask.